Hey, hey, hey. I know I've been playing a lot of Witcher 3 on this channel, but in fact, I've been spamming like what do you call it? Uh, the prologue of the game, but I just wanted it to get right. So I think I have got it right. So let's do it.
I see you gather before me. Hungry, terrified, clutching your babes to your breast. Emperor Emir has marched his legions into our lands, laid siege to every fortress from here to the Blue Mountains. Rabid and ravenous, he bites and bites away. Men of the North, you stand at the precipice. Your kings have failed you, so now you turn to the gods. And yet you do not plead. You do not kneel to dust your heads with ash. Instead you wail, why have the gods forsaken us? We must look into the trials we failed long ago. In a time past, our world intertwined with another through an upheaval scholars call the conjunction of the spheres. The gods allowed unholy forces to slip into our domain. The offspring of that cataclysm was the nefarious force called magic. Yet we did not banish it, instead studying the vile arcane for our own power and wealth. And the monsters at our door, the unholy relics of this conjunction. The trolls, the corpse eaters, the werewolves. Did we raise our swords against them?
No,
Or
we
have we
didn't.
laid this burden on others? On so-called witches. Stray children taught the ways of foul sorcery, their bodies mutated through blasphemous ritual. Sent to fight monsters, though they could not distinguish good from evil. The flicker of humanity, long extinguished within them. Yes, their numbers have dwindled through the years, but a few still roam our lands, offering their bloody work for coin. To this day, they shame us with their very existence. The North bleeds, flogged by war. The battles are the gods' whip, chastisement for our sins. And let us
Man, like
not forget the
damn.
terrors, the scourges from beyond our world. The wild hunt rides the sky with every full moon. The Dark Raiders abduct our children into lands unknown. Some say they herald a second conjunction. Can we chart a course back into the light? Will we find the strength to banish the mages from our kingdoms? Unite around the warmth of the eternal fire. Nigh is the time of the sword and axe. None will fight this war in our stead. Nigh is the time of madness and disdain.
Okay, now let's talk about this prologue. Um, no, prologue is something different. Let's call it the intro comic cinematic. So the most significant or important thing about this cinematic is that if you haven't played The Witcher 1 and The Witcher 2, it gives you the let's call it the framework of the entire Witcher universe, like what goes on in it. And for that reason, you don't have to play The Witcher, the previous two games. I mean, I have, but for someone who hasn't, but they have to like understand what's going on in this intro cinematic. That's like very important. Okay. The other very important thing about this intro cinematic is that the person who did the voice acting, we have no idea who he is. He did a great job. Like he added this the emotions in it, the dramatic touch, mind-boggling, very good. Okay, I have some stuff off. Oh no, forgot. You know what? A new game, fresh start, Death Marsh, off. Oh god. You know, you pray for it to go smooth, it doesn't. Ridiculous. Okay, now there is something very important about all of this cinematic of the prologue. Number one, this battle did take place, and it's called the Battle of the White Orchard. And this is the battle which is going on in White Orchard. Like the aftermath of the battle which we see in White Orchard is basically this battle.
You know I don't find that amusing.
It wasn't meant to amuse, but to prod you to hurry. It's midday already.
Okay. Um...
Shit. Mountain Pass is beautiful as ever. See, I thought Ciri could stand to wait a little longer.
It's uninstructive, not to mention unreasonable.
Yeah, better go see Ciri.
Go and train with her, then come back. It'll give me a chance to put my face on.
Of all the women I've known, you're the only one who does that before.
You've known many.
What's it matter? Only ever thought of you.
What a load of rubbish.
Old Witcher's fast asleep. Ciri's disappeared somewhere, of course. Guess she prefers practice to theory.
What?
Time to wake up, Master. These lessons so boring they put you to sleep too?
Damn it. After taking notes on ghouls and owl ghouls, wanted to rest my eyes a bit.
Making her slog through that brick? No wonder she took off.
John of Bruges lacks flair, true, but he's reliable. Not like the hogwash they print nowadays. She's tackling the pendulums, right? How many times do I have to tell her? Don't train alone. It only embeds your errors. Bring our young damsel to the lower courtyard. She wants to practice, she'll get to practice.
Don't get mad at her.
Why the hell not? The whippersnapper refuses to do as she's told.
You like that about her.
Fine. I suppose I'm partly to blame, but this has to end. Now. Killing monsters is not something to be taken lightly. Ciri must understand that, if she's to become one of us. I'll see you below.
Wrong. Now I see why you were so eager to practice. Strike. You're not in this circus. Pirouette. Wrong. Footwork. Enough. Get down.
With a flip?
What do you think? All right. Take off the blindfold. You've got work to do. Your reflexes are still slow.
Maybe for a witcher.
Think drowners or striggers will go easy on you because you haven't undergone the mutations? Though in your shoes, I'd fear Vesemir more than any strigger. Disobeying his instructions? Unwise.
Well, yes, but that book was horribly dull.
I know. And you know that's no excuse.
I'm sorry. It won't happen again.
Sorry's not good enough. You're gonna read Ghouls and Alghouls in its entirety, appendices included.
No, please! I'd rather clean the stables.
End of discussion. Come on, we'll practice with the others down below.
Shall we run the walls?
No. I'm so done with the walls, man. I've done it
Not
like
this
100
time.
times.
Believe me, you don't want to keep Vesemir waiting.
Anything to say for yourself, young lady?
I'm very sorry, Uncle Vesemir.
Young blood craves action, I understand that. But when you fight a beast, knowledge counts as much as your silver sword. At the very least, you ought to be able to tell a ghoul from an Alghoul.
By markings, like unto the Panthera tigris that in Zerrikania dwells, and by the sickly paleness of its visage.
So you did read the chapter. Still, you should have asked if...
But you were asleep, Uncle Vesemir.
So you did the reading. Why not admit it right off?
Never pounce on an advantage as soon as it appears. Wait till it stands to have maximum effect. Uncle Vesemir's words.
Well, you're a quick study. Quick, but mischievous. Fine, we've talked enough. Geralt, you're with me, Lambert with Eskel, Ciri with the dummy.
Again?
Stop groaning and grab a sword. What do you think? Should we start by reviewing the fundamentals or go right to free training?
Let's skip straight to free training. No point going over the basics again.
Whoa! You really showed him, kid.
Ciri, get down here.
A little she-devil. Soon as she's back, we'll set her to polishing all the swords at Kaer Morhen.
Find that helmet? Ciri? I'll make make sure to find every last blade for you. What the?
I've long awaited this, and you, White Wolf.
Oh my god. What the hell is going on, man, with this shit game? Thank you.
Wolves asleep amidst the trees. Wolves asleep amidst the trees.
Anything to...
I'm very
Young br-
by
So you...
never pounce on
Well, fine. Stop gro... What do you think?
Let's skip straight.
And
I'm
young blood crit.
by but you
So you...
never
Well, fine. Stop. What do you think?
Let's skip...
You all right?
Had a nightmare.
About?
Take forever to explain.
Dawn's some way off. We've got time.
Started in the guest room at Kaer Morhen. I was relaxing in the tub, and next to me,
Triss?
Yennefer. Funny, isn't it? She's never been there. Seemed so real in my dream, though.
Was she nagging you about something? True to life, indeed. We'll find her.
In the dream, I went and found Ciri. Then we trained.
Those were the days. Little she-devil. I've trained kids who were faster, stronger, but none had her character. Didn't end well, did it? Your dream?
No. A wild hunt appeared, attacked Ciri. I couldn't move, stood there like a stump.
It was just a dream.
That's the problem. It was more. In the past, when Ciri'd appear in my dreams, something was wrong. She was in danger.
We taught her how to defend herself from anything, wraiths included.
Be dawning soon. Time to go.
Wait. Show me the letter from Yennefer. Might have overlooked some hint in there.
Didn't overlook anything. We were meant to meet in Willoughby. That's what she wrote. Meanwhile, one army or another burned the village to the ground. All we can do is follow her trail, so...
Stop talking for a minute and give me the letter. Ah, how about that? It does smell of lilac and gooseberries.
You were gonna read it, not sniff it.
We must meet. Soon. Willoughby near Vizima. Nothing else to guide us there. What's this postscript? I still have the unicorn?
Stuffed unicorn. Used it once or twice. In certain situations.
The things young folk get up to these days.
Back on topic. How's it look? How far behind Yennefer are we?
2 or 3 days. Trail's fresh, but it looks like it leads towards the main road. Could be muddled there. Wait, hear that?
I hear it. I smell it. Ghouls.
Who's next? When armies pass, necrophages follow. Let's go before any more show up.
Bird skull in black crystal. Why do I think this is Yen's? Ever tell you about this sorcerer I knew? Couldn't stop talking about how useful they are as creatures.
Because you can brew potions from their blood?
No, because by eating rotting corpses, they prevent epidemics.
Did he know they eat the living as well?
No, really upset him too. His theory collapsed. Go, go.
War's not exactly going our way.
We have a side.
The Northern Realms.
Radovid's realms, don't you mean? Temeria and Edirn are no more.
Radovid's pledged to restore the old borders, as soon as he wins the war.
Believe that?
Gotta believe something. It's what keeps us going. We going? Help me! Help! How's it gone?
Yeah. Come out.
Gods, that was close. I was sure I'd end up like my mare. Provided you got lucky.
Your horse died quickly, but griffins like to toy with their prey. Eat it, alive, piece by piece.
Oh. You'd like a reward, I suppose.
Could always use a few crowns.
Thing is, I've a meager purse at the moment. Nilfgaardians requisitioned my goods. Now this. Here.
Back to the trail.
Like I said, leads to the main road and ends there, muddled. You seek someone?
What's it to you?
Well, you see, there's an inn here in White Orchard. Sole one around. Gets its share of travelers. Perhaps you'll learn something there?
Not a bad idea. Especially since that wound needs cleaning.
Ah, beast barely grazed me. But sure, could use a good rye. Nice and cool, you know, straight from a cellar.
Let's go. So, a griffin this close to the village? Strange.
My thoughts exactly. In the forest to the mountains, sure, but here? Near the main road.
Maybe it's the war. Corpses everywhere, the stench of blood, burnt flesh. Drives monsters crazy sometimes.
Men, too. We need to watch ourselves in White Orchard. And we should leave as soon as we learn anything. Freak.
Wait a minute. Will you raise a glass with me?
It's Durban now. D-E-R-B-A-N.
They could have sewed his head back on.
Move it!
What?
Take that down before there's trouble.
That is a coat of arms, the Temerian lilies. They've a right to hang there.
This ain't Temeria no more, old man. It's Nilfgaard now.
My arse it is.
Witches? I'll not drink with Weaverlost freaks.
That was rude.
Beg your pardon for those thugs.
No need. We're used to it.
Folk are jumpy round here. Armies just passed through. Now a griffin's prowling about.
Already had the pleasure. One mean beast.
Mean? Light way for a hunter to put it. Clawed Lena so bad, poor thing's 1 foot in the grave. But does no good to wallow in misfortune. How can I be of service?
With a drop of vodka for me.
And you? Something to wet your tongue?
There a contract on that griffin?
Nay, not at the moment. Used to be. Soon as a beast had built a nest nearby, the alderman would start a collection, or go to the Lord for help. Now the alderman don't use the privy without asking the Black One's permission first. And it seems they hanged the Lord. So no contract.
Shame. We might have done something, but not for free.
Pretty busy place you got.
Nations on the move. Some search for kin, others just want to get out of the way of the armies. They all need food, drink, and a night's rest and warmth.
So, war's been good for your trade?
Aye, so far. But it'd be best to know peace again. Times like these, you never know what tomorrow will bring.
Looking for a woman. Raven-haired, violet eyes, dresses in black and white. Riding in from Willoughby. And, strange as it sounds, lilac and gooseberries might have smelled that.
I've not seen nor smelt such a lady. Believe I'd remember.
Yeah, especially hard to forget this one.
Plenty of travellers about, though. Folk from all over. Might be worth your while to ask after her.
Thanks for everything. Help you bandage that up?
Please. I'm not decrepit yet.
Then I'll ask about Yennefer.
Mm-hmm. Just remember, we'd rather not draw any attention.
Black One's been out measuring the fields.
Let him measure. Better that than burning the harvest.
Drommel. Drommel, you're dumber than a headless cockerel. Why are they marking out them lines?
I'm looking for someone.
And we seek some peace and quiet.
Out of my face, freak. For your breath sours my beer.
Just want to talk.
You deaf, Stray? No one here'll talk to you.
If it's company you seek, stick that mangy snout of yours in a trough with the pigs.
Show that shit-eater, Micah.
Running low on patience. Once it's gone, your heads'll roll.
Oh, we was jesting. No call for anger.
See a raven-haired woman here, dressed in black and white?
We know nothing, sir. Leave us be.
Once more, there are 4 factions.
4 what?
Factions! Teams! Suits! Similar to clubs and spades, except each suit has its own face cards. What a waste of time! The Earth shall revolve around the sun before you comprehend these rules.
Got a minute?
Why not? Aldert Geert, Assistant Professor in Contemporary History at Oxenfurt Academy.
Geralt of Rivia. Witcher, with tenure. I'm looking for a woman. Long hair, dressed in black and white. Seen anyone like that?
Of course not! Unlike the populace, I know the horsewoman of war is pure poppycock.
Horsewoman of war? What's that about?
Folk say an omen. A beautiful phantom rides the fields at night, looks as you described her. Armies follow her, and all who cross her path meet with misfortune.
I can vouch for the last bit. Know where they saw her?
No, facts interest me, not fairy tales.
Not a place I'd ever expect to find a scholar. Take it you're fleeing the war?
Quite the opposite. Chasing it. I'm headed for the front.
Tired of life?
I seek knowledge, which I value more than life itself. I've a thirst no dusty old tomes can quench. I wish to see the Nilfgaardian invasion with my own eyes, understand it, and record it all in my chronicle, my magnum opus.
Take my advice. Go back to your books while you can. War's no game. No faculty meetings to attend, no tenure to gain, end notes to compile. First soldier you see'll kill you.
Why would he do that? Me? A neutral civilian? A scholar?
Boots.
Come again?
He'll kill you for your boots. War reached Novigrad yet?
Nope, but it's only a matter of time. Nilfgaard on one bank, Redania on the other. Drooling over the city like dogs over a juicy bone.
Many a ruler's choked on that bone.
True. We value our liberty in Novigrad, and we know how to fight for it.
The scholars especially.
The sword is not the only weapon. Do not forget, architects from our academy designed the city walls. Walls no war machine has ever crumbled.
Gotta go. So long.
A moment, Witcher. You strike me as a man of the world. Are you familiar with Gwent?
No, and I don't have time to learn.
But the rules are quite simple. Come, let's play.
No thanks. Got some other things on my mind.
Shame. I'd ask the locals, but since they can't count to 10, the rules are a complete mystery. Ah, well, I'm here if you change your mind.
Looking for a woman.
Like everyone.
Not like everyone. And not just any woman. Mine smells of lilac and gooseberries, dresses in black and white.
2 schnapsies. It'll lift your spirits.
Fine, I'll have a drink. Can we cut to the chase? You seen her or not?
Yennefer of Vengerberg.
Never mentioned her name?
Yet you described her perfectly. And once I hear something, I never forget. Can't help it.
How do you know Yennefer?
What a question. Master Dandelion's ballads, of course. The only way a humble merchant might hope to rub up against greatness. Unless, that is, he's as lucky as I am.
And runs into a very patient witcher.
It's a Geralt of Rivia himself. The Butcher of Blaviken.
What do you do? Who are you?
A mangy vagrant. Gaunter Odim, at your service.
Vagrant. That a profession now?
Once a merchant of mirrors. The madding crowd dubbed me Master Mirror, or the Man of Glass.
Recognize me from Master Dandelion's ballads too?
To your health.
You seen Yennefer?
Deepest apologies, but I must ask. Is this about love?
Guessed it. It's love.
I knew it at once.
What do you know? Tell me.
Before you appeared, it never occurred to me that might have been Yennefer. Who would have thought?
Get to the point.
An Nilfgaardian scout from the local garrison saw her.
Where?
At their camp. She rode in there. Dark of night. Black and white. Gooseberries and... Yes, I know. Had a terse exchange with the garrison commander and raced off.
Where to?
I'm not omniscient. Ask at the garrison.
Thanks.
We men of the road must stick together. Perhaps one day I'll be in trouble and you'll be nearby to help.
Oh god. Ridiculous.
Done drinking?
Mm-hmm.
Then fuck off. Don't want your kind here.
Wouldn't want to stay long anyway.
Maybe not. And maybe you'll just stay forever. 6 feet under. Your arse is mine. There's one!
Speeding you.
about the Smith boy.
Come on, Roach.
Feel a call for the huntsman straight away. Toss some coin at him.
Will you raise a glass with me?
It's raining and pouring and burning. Here's pouring. And he must have had what he went today and wet himself to morning.
By all gods! What do you say? Who taught you that?
Jetty.
May the sun shine upon you. You're never to sing that rhyme again. Never. You're not to play with Chetty no more.
Oh! Jetty's my best mate.
It's a yonder.
Merchant who travelled to Nilfgaard once. Oh, strange.
Ah! I will give you such a thrashing.
Run, Roach.
Barbarians.
Military camp. No locals allowed without the express consent of the garrison commander.
I look like a local to you?
You look like trouble.
Dead wrong. I make trouble go away. I'm a witcher.
A witcher? Captain Peter Sagwin Levy is in the tower. Turn right, past the gate.
Guessing your captain's got work for me.
This is the army, Nordling. There is no guessing.
To the tower. Go.
Goltais Griffin is Andal. Is it true? Northern women bathe but once every 3 moons.
Ridiculous.
We must requisition a share of your
Okay, now this is a very small dialogue, but quite interesting, with the quartermaster of this garrison in White Orchard.
And so they must eat, correct?
Password.
Dunno any.
So, out for a little walk here, eh? Counting the Emperor's swords to lull you to sleep? Well, in the army, we've a place for nosy ramblers. The scaffold.
And thick-skulled quartermasters. They got a place.
You're clearly skilled at banter.
Hey,
And
what's
haggling?
up, brother?
Got a knack for that as well.
Glad to see you. How come you're still awake, man?
Morale holding up around here? You boys think you can win this thing?
Ah, a spy after all. Or one to stir trouble.
Neither. Just curious.
Right. Well, tell anyone who cares we will win this war, because Radovid is mad, as everyone knows, and we've an extraordinarily well-drilled and well-supplied army. Incidentally, did you wish to buy something?
Okay, is everything alright?
So long.
Usually when that happens to me, I pull one out, if you know what I mean.
How much grain will your village give?
Whatever you say, Your Excellency.
Look at my hands. Look. See the calluses? These are not the hands of an excellency, but of a farmer. So we speak peasant to peasant. How much can you give?
40 bushels. There'd be more, sir, but our lads...
By the way, is this stream smooth? My voice and
We will give
everything?
30, and
I
that
hope
will
it's
do.
not getting stuck.
Let us settle on it, and I wish to see the transport soon.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you kindly.
I summoned only the Elderman and the smith, Willis. But it is said he is a dwarf. You are too tall to be him.
Plan to requisition something from him, too?
Thanks,
If
man.
it is necessary, yes, of course. We are at war, in case you have not noticed. Who are you? Speak.
Geralt of Rivia, Witcher.
Vatgern. This explains why I did not hear your footsteps. What do you seek here?
Yennefer of Vengerberg. Where was she headed?
That is a military secret.
Haven't thrown me out yet. Haven't called the guards. So go ahead. What's your price?
There is a griffin in the area. Slay it. And then I shall see what I can do.
Why do you care about a griffin?
Why do you care about this griffin?
Because I care about people. The beast has killed 10 already, including a few of my men. To hunt it, I would need to mobilize the entire garrison, comb the woods, organize a batu. Simply impossible.
Too big a hassle?
Too great a
No,
risk.
Too high a risk. I cannot disperse my forces. Temeria's army we have crushed, but its common folk remain, ready to answer a call to arms. So, as to this griffin, I can sit on my hands, or hire a professional.
It's a deal. I'm
It's a
right, it
deal.
is.
Some questions before I start. Know where the griffin has its lair?
It kept to the Vulpine Woods at first. I sent a patrol there, 5 young men. A hunter found them 2 days on. They only recognized them because they wore our plate. Since then, the griffin has grown bold. Attacks in villages, fields, on the main road.
Meaning it's abandoned its lair. Gonna have to set a trap.
I judge from your tone this will not be easy. What do you require?
Need more information about this griffin. Its sex, why it's abandoned its lair.
Shall I bring you witnesses?
They won't say anything I don't already know.
True.
I need to go where your men died. Look around. What's the name of the hunter who found them?
Mislav. He has a hut south of the village, very near the wood. Helpful fellow. A little strange, though.
I'll need bait. A specific herb. Buckthorn. Scent should lure the griffin from 10 miles off.
Buckthorn.
Buckthorn? I do not know this.
You know, I wonder what if
I am not yet
buckthorn is
fluent
like...
in the common tongue.
Probably mastered the basics, though. Hands up. Kill them.
Okay, now I'm gonna tell you about
First
the mods
came
I'm
idiots.
using. I'm using
Don't
some basic
play
mods.
with fire, for example. Go to Tomira, an herbalist. She lives near the crossroads. She will aid you.
Tamira and Mislav.
Okay, so I'm using
Essundiakten.
3 mods, right? One mod is like the font. Okay, so did you notice like the font is different? And the second mod I have is the face. And the face comes with the eyes. And the face has kind of changed his look and made his scars more prominent. And of course the eyes. And then the third, we have this armor. Okay, so it's called Cosbased Steel Sword. It's something to do with the lore. Yeah, you're right. The pale complexion does make him look dead, man. Undead, sorry. You remember that old lady with a frying pan? I'm gonna go there. I wonder what this language is. You know what I used to think? I used to think this is some Slavic language. And someone told me that this is not a language, it's just some language of the Witcher universe. I was like, what? And I was like, yeah. It doesn't look like Hebrew. It doesn't look like Russian. It definitely is not German. Because they have these Roman syllables. This ain't Romer. Okay, I'm gonna go to this lady. This is a very interesting quest. And it's kind of an Easter egg, kind of.
Don't touch me.
No, it's not. It's just the game's language. It's not Slavic, because I had a subscriber who was from that area and he was like, nah man, this is not a language. I was like, what?
Damn, dear, stick the bark up the trees again.
The good man's boy knows.
Whoa!
Watch it.
Last time I lend out anything, I swear it.
Need any help, ma'am?
Lost your key, ma'am?
Sorry.
No, not me key. Me pan. It's always sat there empty, this hut. That is, till the
Night before the battle.
A man arrived, walked right in like 'twere his own. Was standing at me window, peering at the goings on. He must have heard me, 'cause next I knew, there he was, coming my way. So I grabbed me pan for protection, see? But he just asks all polite, Gran, got any birch bark by chance? Lilac berries or even a few coals? Nay, says I. And you must be right daft to pester folk at night with such foolery. But I sees he ain't listening. Just staring at me pan like a magpie at a copper. Lend it to me, Gran.
You can't
I'll
blame
give
her,
it
man.
back
You know,
come morn.
the issue is... Yeah, you're right. It's some mumbo jumbo.
Doing, frying in the dark. But I've got a
The
soft
issue is,
heart, so
she's
I
old.
gave it to him.
Old people... It's very hard for old people to come out of their comfort zone. So that's exactly what she's doing. Her comfort zone, it has been affected. And this is a proper Easter egg, bro. You know why? Because Thaler did this.
Fascinating story. Any chance you're nearing the end?
Afore dawn, another rode up to the hut. But come on, only the first fella left. Locked the door, hopped on his horse, and that were all I saw of him. And me pan. 'Twere old, black with sort, not worth much, I suppose. But I've no other. Will you help me, dearie? Bring an old widow.
I'm gonna tell you.
I could never break down that door myself. And in truth, I'm afeard to go in any road. Such a stench wafting out. Methinks the other fellow, well, that he's lying there.
Never taken on a pan contract. Fine, I'll go in, look around. You should wait here, just in case.
Okay, we need Ard, man. So I was telling you, Thaler did this, man. Thaler. You know that spy with the monocles?
A corpse. Explains the stench. His throat. He was garroted. And some old scars. Kind of soldier might have.
What's that, dearie?
Nothing. Nothing.
Temerian sword. Nah, man, I don't need any sword. Yeah, a rune would be nice. The old letter would be nice as well.
Documents. Almost entirely burnt. A few pieces still legible.
But when I gab to me,
Ah, the priceless frying pan. Scrubbed clean.
Very clean, I'd
Looks
say.
like the mystery man didn't need the pan so much as the soot off it to make ink, write letters.
have ye?
Now, I'm gonna show you Thaler's monocles. See?
Cracked monocle.
Silver monocle.
Interesting.
You see how Thaler wears it, right? It's that. And later in the game, you know what the best part is? When you meet Thaler, in the outskirts of Novigrad. In fact, it's kind of like very near Velen. Where you meet the trolls and the shoes and everything. Like basically when you meet Thaler for the first time in the game, in this game, because obviously you meet him in The Witcher 1 as well. When you meet him in this game, and if you have this monocle, you can give it to him and tell him. Then he needs to cover his tracks better.
Here, your frying pan.
Mine? But mine were black with soot, and I could see myself in this one if I wanted. But them years are past.
It was the soot the man needed. He scraped it off to make ink. Must have had an urgent letter to write. Urgently burned some other documents too.
And the other fellow?
Dead. Round up a few boys and bury him outside the village. Deep, so the necrophages don't dig him up. And take my advice. Don't mention this to the Nilfgaardians.
Hang about! You've earned a token of thanks. Here, son, for the road. Fry up a nice white fish for supper. Or a pipe.
8 points, that's it. I think in such a... Oh, never mind. 8 points are like nothing.
That's it, Roach.
Exactly. Okay, now let's go back to the village and let's do another side quest. Let's meet Willis, the White Orchard dwarf, the blacksmith.
May the sun shine upon you.
Come on.
You know, the thing is, when you start playing this game, in the beginning it's just you're just playing the story, but as you play the game a lot, you progress, you kind of realize that, hey, there's more to this game than you see.
What the fuck am I doing? Hey? What?
Let me bring in the nighttime. I think this quest is better during the nighttime. Okay, now I have a question for you, Will. Do his eyes look different? Now in this dialogue, do let me know. Because I have a feeling with this face mod, the eyes change as well.
What happened here?
Oh, got a wee bit chilly the night, so I set fire to my forge. Got it nice and roaring. Roasted some wieners. What do you think happened, dimwit? Some bugger set alight me workshop. I've lost everything. Everything!
Okay, let's apologize to him. He's a dwarf.
Sorry. Any suspects?
Whole damned village. I've lived here half a century. Thought they saw me as one of their own.
No, bro, it's not like about completing stuff. It's about missing out on the small things which even the proest players would miss.
Shoe horses. That sort of thing. Nilfgaardians don't pay me a bloody
His eyes, are Geralt's eyes different than they usually are?
They think I'm getting
Do you see
rich
the
off their
difference?
misfortune. That I sleep on a pile of gold like a ploughing dragon. They've stopped talking to me. Spit when I pass. And now this.
I can find your arsonist, provided you're willing to pay.
I've not much left, but I'll give you all if you bring me that horse in, so that he gets what he deserves. The night of the fire, I heard movement outside my hut. Went out to see if I could find any tracks, but found nothing. But then I haven't got cat eyes, have I? Good luck.
man's. Large. Stinks of piss and vodka.
There's going to be a dialogue again. You can see that memo. Oh, fair enough. The game is so big, man. It's very easy to forget stuff.
Took off his boots and went in the water. Probably wanted to cover his trail. Lost his boots in the rush. Something jumped out of the rushes. Drowners. But he managed to escape.
Is it me or drowners like the most annoying? Whoa, 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 whoa. I was about to now have a full fight with these guards, man. Thank God.
We meet again.
Thank you for saving me. People say all kinds of things about witches, but I've always known yours to be an honorable guild.
So you managed to salvage some goods?
Yes, but I await the repair of my wagon. As time passes, my losses grow. Do you need something? I'll let it go half-free.
Let me have a look at your stock. Take care.
Man, they're very annoying.
Tracks lead back to the village. Bleeding, but not badly. Surface wound.
Okay, now you're gonna have to make a choice, man. Do I let this one go or
Trail ends here,
get him in
but
trouble?
I'll recognize him by his wounds.
First, of course, I'm gonna loot the place.
Like crickets.
Drowner claw marks. It's gotta be him. Nasty wound. Run into a drowner?
What the fuck do you care?
Whoa, our arsonist's a charmer too. Come on, Smith wants to talk to you.
I ain't not talk to a non-human. Sons of bitches all, and dwarves are the worst. Greedy little magpies, do anything for gold they will. They forge the blades the black ones put to our throats, am I not right? Listen, we can work this out man to man. I give you gold, you don't turn me in. My mum died a while back and I sold her tools. I've spent some, but what's left is yours.
Here,
Fine.
I'll let him go.
I'll agree to that, if you swear to stop playing with fire. Fail to do that and I'll come back, and someone will get hurt.
Of course, Master Witcher. I swear on me dead mum. Your gold, and here's to your health. Down with the black ones and non-humans alike.
Ah, ridiculous. Hate racist people.
What happened to your mug?
40 pounds, okay. Sorry, 40 experience. Oh, 20 crowns? Okay, now let's see what's his name? Willis has to say. I don't remember ever saving him. You'd be surprised to know. I always report him. I don't feel bad though, because I like dwarves in the game.
Couldn't track your arsonist down. Sorry about that.
Damn shame. Well, the black ones might catch him eventually. Do you need anything? I managed to save some things from the fire. And my anvil's whole. I could bang something out. You know, can use every copper now.
I have no idea. I don't even remember how much the dwarf gives you, man. That's a very good question you asked me, bro. We have lilac and gooseberries. Witcher contracts, devil by the will, missing in action. Feel like doing these some other day, man, because it's very late here and I have to eat. And wish I could talk to you more, man. And if you have time someday, do talk to me, man, on voice notes or whatever. I need to share some stuff with you. And this is beautiful. My first playthrough, I tried my best to be an accurate Geralt. And to be honest with you, the game, like... Okay, I wish there was a path in this game where you could be like this evil Geralt. And unfortunately, we can't be that, man. Thank God it's working fine.
Funny is, she's never been there.
Oh, my SSD is very fast, man. I've got many SSDs. My C drive is on a separate... So my C drive is like the fastest SSD I have. Then the second most fastest is this one, in which I do my editing. Then I also have this SSD. This one, like, this is an SSD, this is an SSD. These two ones are hard disks, rest all are SSDs. And they're separate. This one's separate, this one's separate, this one's separate. They're not like... Sure. So, bro, I'm gonna go now, and do let me know whenever you're free to talk. Bye. Thanks for coming in, man. Actually, I didn't save, I didn't share around my video today. My stream, like my link. So that's why no one ever came.